So hello everyone. In the previous video we were discussing about light and the video just ended up randomly, so here we are again continuing the same topic. So the next topic is plane mirrors. First of all, what plane mirrors are? So simple. Plane mirrors, they are the looking glass which are very common in your houses. Looking glass in which you look yourself. Simple. And one more thing which is very much interesting is that it has one of its sides polished. So you might have seen the mirrors from the back side, they are polished, and when they have two surfaces, those two surfaces, one of the back sides of the surface, one side of the surface, it is polished. Okay, had it not been polished, the light would have just passed through that looking glass and you would not be able to see your image. Okay, it is polished, that's why the light just reflects back and the image is formed. All right, so just okay, we'll just move forward. And okay, so this brings us to the next topic, that is as I just told you that the image is formed. I just spoke a sentence that the image is formed. So the image formed by a plane mirror has certain characteristics, and they are just let me write down the heading first. Characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror. Okay, it's not focusing or what? Okay, I think okay, it just got zoomed. It's not focusing right now. Okay, it will be fine by the time I make. Okay, fine. Still it's not. All right, so number one characteristic is, number one, the image formed by the plane mirror is same in size as that of the object. So it's simple. If an object or a person standing in front of the plane mirror is of, so let's suppose, of 5 meter, then the image of 5 meter, the image formed in the plane mirror will also be of 5 meter only. So the size of the image is same as that of the size of the object. So simple. In simple words, you can just say that I must write, or size of the image is same as the size of the object. All right, we are done with the first characteristic. So now let's just move with the second characteristic. The image is virtual, erect and upright. Virtual image, I just told you, the images which cannot be obtained on the screen, they are the virtual image. यानी कि proper real intersection of lines, it doesn't happens. Okay, these images are formed behind the screen. Okay, erect means straight, upright means सीधी. आपका सर नीचे और पैर ऊपर नहीं होता इमेज में. आप जैसे आपका सर ऊपर है एंड पैर नीचे है, in the same way the thing goes upright. All right, so the next is, the image is laterally inverted. So what do I mean laterally inverted? Just imagine yourself standing in front of the mirror, and how does it happen? You just raise your right hand. In the image it looks like I am raising my left hand. So in the image my right becomes my left and my left becomes my right. That is the lateral inversion. All right, so just you can say, for giving you just an idea, and vice versa. Okay, so let me give you an example, and common example of lateral inversion. You might have seen in the ambulance, the vehicle ambulance that takes the patients to the hospitals from their homes. So in ambulance, what is it written? The ambulance is written inverted. How is it written? It's written like, it's written like this. All right, and if somebody sees in the side mirror of their vehicle, in the side mirror of their, in the rear view mirror of their vehicles, in the rear view mirror of their bike or cars respectively, so this very which is really, which in such it is written as ulta, it's inverted, it's written as inverted, but what they see in their rear view mirror, in their side mirrors, is they just see this. So what happened is, it just got inverted. All right, so this is an example of the lateral inversion. Okay, your right becomes your left and your left becomes your right. So this is an example of lateral inversion. So in the same way, the image which is formed by a plane mirror, it is laterally inverted. If you raise your right hand, in the image it will appear that I am raising my left hand. Okay, so this is called lateral inversion. So these are the characteristics which are of the image, which is of the visheshtaएं बोलते हैं, of the image which is formed by a plane mirror. So now let's quickly jump on to the next topic, which is, so before jumping into the next topics, let me just make you familiar with, you are familiar but actually you don't know. Just after, let me just tell you what happens is, you might have observed that you might have seen that some images, they are larger than the object, and some images they are very smaller than the object. Some images are upside down, उल्टा, और कुछ इमेजेस तो इतनी डिस्टॉर्टेड होती है कि पता नहीं लगता कि ऑब्जेक्ट कैसा दिखता है. ऑब्जेक्ट कुछ और है एंड इमेज उसका कुछ और ही बन रहा होता है. ऑलराइट, सो ये होता क्यों है? Why these some images of an object are larger than the object, smaller than the object, distorted, upside down, ulta hai, they are not upright? Why does this happens? This happens because of the nature of the image, which depends upon the structure of the reflective surface. Just let me write here also. Nature of the image depends upon the structure of the reflecting surface. All right, so the reflecting surface in till now in our example, reflecting surface in our example was this. plane mirror. Okay, so the surface on which the light it falls is known as the reflecting surface. Okay, done. So the nature of the image, nature means the image, larger image, smaller image, distorted image, or upright image, or upside down image. This is known as the nature of image. All these things, they come under the category of nature of image. So it does depends upon the structure, banawat of the reflecting surface, how that reflecting surface is made. So this brings us to the new topic, that is the spherical or the curved mirrors. Let me just write also. Alright, curved mirrors or the spherical mirrors. So what are these curved or the spherical mirrors? So let me just first define. We can say the mirrors having curved, shiny surfaces. Alright, so the curved mirrors or the spherical mirrors, they are the mirrors which are having the curved, okay, curved, this thing, curved, this curved and shiny surfaces. They are the curved mirrors. Okay, so why they are named as the spherical mirrors? So why are they named as spherical mirrors? Curved mirrors है, okay, समझ आता है, shape उनका curved होगा, but why are they known as the spherical mirrors? So it is also having a reason, because this curved mirror, it is taken out from a hollow sphere of a glass. I should just write, why is it named as spherical mirror? Because the spherical mirror or curved mirror as a part from a hollow alright, and it is polished on okay. So why is it called spherical? Okay, it's not focusing. So why it is called spherical mirror, I think it's now quite clear. Let me just explain it in Hindi. एक ऐसा होता है कि एक आपका खोखला सा, hollow means खोखला, एक खोखला सा आपका एक spherical glass, it has a spherical glass kind, it's having a spherical shape, एक खोखला सा spherical आपका glass होता है. What happens is उसका एक छोटा सा part we cut down a टुकड़ा, a slice from that surface. ठीक है, so we just cut it down. If we'll cut it down, obviously it will look something like this, and what we then do is we just polish its one of the surfaces. Okay, मैंने एक और पार्ट काटा, and what I did is just I polished it from inside. Okay, so that is why this is also known as the spherical mirror, because it has been cut out from a hollow spherical glass. And it is also known as the curved mirror because its structure is kind of curved. All right, so it can be polished from the outside, and or it can be polished from the inside. So depending upon its polishing from inside and outside, these very curved mirrors are again of two types. Okay, depending on this polishing, these are of again two types. So let's just study about them. I should say, if the outer surface is polished, then that very particular mirror is termed as आउटर सरफेस इज पॉलिश्ड, तो क्या होता है, इनर सरफेस it behaves as the reflecting surface. Okay, so अगर बाहर का हिस्सा it is polished, so the light rays will come from this side and they'll just reflect back. So this very part which is unpolished, it will reflect, it will act as the reflecting surface. Okay, so then with this, when this very situation occurs that the outer surface is polished and the inner surface is acting as the reflecting surface, so such a mirror, they are known as the concave mirrors. All right, and the second scenario, again, if now the vice versa or the opposite of the first one, if the inner surface is polished, then the outer surface behaves as the reflecting surface. Okay, let's see in the example. This is the mirror and it is polished from inside, so this very outside part, it will behave as a reflecting surface. Light will come on this very surface, it will strike and it will just bounce back. So such kind of mirrors, they are known as convex mirrors. Okay, done. So one thing more, how these images are, they have the other name also for them. So concave mirror, it is also known as the converging mirror. Why? Because what it does is it just converges all the rays at one point. Okay, so rays might be coming from a different direction, but what it does is it just converges the rays at one single point. So it is known as concave Milana. Okay, so what it does is it just concentrates all the lights which are coming on its surfaces at one point. Okay, done, depending on the position, but it is known as the converging mirror. And the second one also has its name, another name, convex mirror, which is also known as the diverging mirror. Okay, converging means meeting, diverging means spreading, converging means meeting, diverging means spreading. Okay, so let me just demonstrate you through the diagram also. Again, what happened, they are coming from a single point, this is known as diversion. Okay, spreading. All right, spreading. So agar we'll show through the diagram. So here I am drawing, it is polished from inside, so the light rays are coming, and they are just diverging, Okay, so this is concave mirror is known as converging mirror and the convex mirror is known as the diverging mirror. So now this brings us to the next topic, that is image formation. Let me just, okay, now the topic is image formed by concave mirror. Okay, so see, there is no any proper how does the image it forms. It depends on the positions. In concave mirror, the image size, the nature of the image, it depends upon the position of the object. Okay, so we cannot say just कि concave mirror में ऐसा image बनता है, हमेशा यही बनता है. No, concave mirror में the nature of the image, it depends on the position of the object. So for certain objects it has, I'll just write it also. So what happens is, first point, which is very easy to understand, that is the size of the image formed by the concave. Obviously it's understood from the heading only. By the concave mirror, it can be smaller, as I just told you, larger, or it may be a same size as the object. Okay, so the second scenario comes, it's which I just told you while explaining, while giving the introduction, it depends on the position of the object. It truly depends upon the position of the object. So let's just write it also. It here refers to the image. Okay, it depends on the position of object. So how it depends? Okay, it's clear now. So how does it depends? So for most position, I must write full. For most positions, image is upside down, or in the other words, it is inverted. Okay, and can be obtained on screen. Okay, and the second scenario, when the object is placed very close to the mirror. When the object, it is placed very close to the mirror, that time the image, it cannot be obtained on screen. Okay, so this brings us to the third scenario. We are discussing the positions only. All right, so now this brings us to the third position, third scenario. Not third, actually it is the part of this very object which is very much close to that mirror. So what happened, it cannot be, obviously it cannot be obtained on the screen, so hence it becomes an virtual image. Also the image is much larger than the object. Okay, so image formation by concave mirror, it does not have a fixed नेचर कि इतना बड़ा बनेगा, इतना छोटा बनेगा, एंड उसका साइज ऐसा होगा, अपसाइड डाउन होगा, इन्वर्टेड होगा, अपराइट, नो. Alright, so it depends only on the certain positions of the object, that is size of the image. It can be same size also, larger also, smaller also. So the position, for most of the position, the image is inverted or upside down, ulta, okay, and it can be obtained on the screen. But when the object is very much close to the mirror, at that very point, what happens is the image is not obtained on the screen, plus it is much larger than the object itself. Okay, so this brings us to the second topic, that is, let me write it, actually it is not second, it is, yeah, the other topic, it's focusing, yeah, it's focusing, image formed by the convex mirror. Okay, so it does have certain and fixed points. So the image which is formed by a convex mirror, it is always virtual and erect. Number 2, smaller in size than the object. Number 3, image is always formed behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Okay, so these are the image formation by the concave mirror and the convex mirror. This brings us to the next topic, which is a small topic. So that image, that is the actually certain terms which is related with the spherical mirrors. So I will just name this topic as terms related to the spherical mirrors. Okay, so let me just first draw a diagram. Let me draw with this pen. Don't judge me with this diagram. Actually, I'm just drawing it roughly, not so rough. It will be much clearer to you. Let it just first focus. Okay, it's focusing. Fine. Okay, it's kept right now. Fine. So this is just a rough diagram. Okay, and now the markings, let me do this with a different pen. C, here F, here P, and I'm just drawing a line first over here. Okay, and I just told you that the mirror which is polished from outer, which has a polished surface which is outside, which has been polished from in the outer surface, is known as the concave mirror. Okay, so the terms which I am going to tell you right now, these both the terms, they are both same in the concave mirror and the convex mirror. So that's why I am drawing this very particular mirror. So what are those terms? Let us now just start. So first term is center of curvature. It is represented with C. So let me first just write and then I'll explain you. So it is the center of the spherical glass which was hollow, of which the mirror is the part. It just looks complicated while studying it or while writing it. It's very easy. See, what happens is, I just told you that spherical mirror have been cut out. They are just a slice of the big spherical glass. ठीक है, छोटा सा एक हिस्सा है, छोटा सा एक टुकड़ा है बिग स्फेरिकल ग्लासेस का. तो आपने इतना छोटा सा हिस्सा एक बड़ी से स्फेयर से वी हैव जस्ट कट इट डाउन, स्लाइस्ड इट. तो what every spherical glass, they have their center. Obviously they have their center. तो अगर हम इतना छोटा सा हिस्सा, if we just slice it down, then the center will not change. अगर आप इसका इतना टुकड़ा भी चेंज कर दोगे तो obviously इसका सेंटर यहीं का यहीं तो रहने वाला है. ठीक है, तो वही चीज़ लिखा है. It is that center ऑफ द स्फेरिकल मिरर, जिसका ये स्फेरिकल मिरर एक हिस्सा था। ये सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर उस स्फेरिकल ग्लास का सेंटर होता है जिसका ये स्फेरिकल मिरर एक हिस्सा था। Again, the center of curvature is the center of that hollow spherical glass of which this spherical mirror is the part. Alright, so here what is the center of curvature? Obviously I have marked the center of curvature over here. It is C. I just marked. Okay, so now this brings us to the next term, that is pole. Actually this pole has to be told before the center of curvature. I don't know, I just forgot, I think. So pole, it is represented from with point P. So अभी उस स्फेरिकल हॉलो स्फेयर का हमने सेंटर बता दिया। अभी ये जो आपका हिस्सा स्लाइस निकाला गया है इस स्फेरिकल हॉलो स्फेरिकल ग्लास से, जो अब आपका पॉलिश करके एक मिरर बन चुका है, कर्व्ड मिरर, इसका खुद का भी तो सेंटर होगा ना। तो इसका जो खुद का सेंटर होता है कॉन्केव में, सॉरी, एक स्फेरिकल मिरर का जो खुद का एक सेंटर होता है, दैट वेरी सेंटर इज़ नोन एज द पोल। सो सेंटर की जगह अगर हम मोर अप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड यूज़ करें तो द मिड पॉइंट। ओके, सो द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द स्फेरिकल मिरर। ओके, सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर क्या था? सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर उस स्फेरिकल हॉलो स्फेरिकल ग्लास का सेंटर था जिसका स्फेरिकल मिरर का भी एक हिस्सा था। और पोल क्या है? पोल स्फेरिकल मिरर के खुद का मिड पॉइंट पोल कहलाता है। ओके, सो दिस ब्रिंग्स अस टू द नेक्स्ट टर्म, दैट इज प्रिंसिपल एक्सिस। Let me just write it over here, or let me just first write the definition. Okay, so it is an imaginary, bada imaginary, and normal was also imaginary, principal axis is also imaginary. Okay, so it is an imaginary line that connects the pole with the center of curvature. So let me just show you. This is the center, this is the pole, this is the center of curvature, and this is the pole, and the line between the center of curvature and the pole is termed as the principal axis. Okay, so let me just write